We got another story.
Chi-town.
Let's jump over to the next story.
Yeah, let's get into it. Oh yeah, this.
Our next segment has me worried.
Me too.
This one's pop culture-y.
Who does Sam Raimi? What did he do again?
So hold on. Sam Raimi in talks to direct Doctor Strange 2, exclusive from Variety. And so actually we'll go back and talk about what's going on, but they lost their director.
Oh, the original one is gone.
The original director departed.
Is that the one that did the first Doctor Strange?
I think.
Because I liked that movie.
I don't necessarily know. Maybe I think so.
Okay.
But I know that we'll read this. They're saying creative differences, and now they might tap Sam Raimi, and that has me worried.
Wait, what did he do though?
Sam Raimi, he did Spiderman, and I think
did the first one,
like the OG Spiderman movies. I'm pretty sure that was him. If I'm getting this wrong, then you are allowed to send me hate mail.
I did not like those.
Is it? He did Spider-Man, right?
As far as I know.
The new Spider-Man is awesome. The new ones are great. But
the new ones are awesome.
Yeah, those.
But I'm not trying to rag him. He's got a huge fan base, and on Reddit.
Has he done anything good though that you know?
He did the Evil Dead. He
yes,
did Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2.
Okay,
Spider-Man
Evil
3.
Dead. I mean, it's a little outdated now. Have you seen it lately?
He did Drag Me to Heck.
Never seen that one.
He did
that was not bad.
Darkman and some other stuff.
Wow.
So like horror flicks.
That's why they're tapping him. Yeah.
But weren't you saying that this is gonna be?
It's supposed
to be a horror flick, kind of.
Yeah, Doctor Strange 2 is supposed to be like horror.
That's kind of cool. That's a cool idea.
And the villain is supposed to be potentially Nightmare, which is like Nightmare Demon.
Yeah.
Feeds your nightmares or whatever. Well, let's do this.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So Doctor Strange 2 director drops out Scott Derrickson. This is from last month, but I think if we're going to talk about what Sam Raimi is going to pick up, I really want to talk about Doctor Strange because it is my favorite movie. Well, I'd say so. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Of
totally.
the MCU universe,
yeah, my favorite movie. I would say that
that's a big bold statement.
That's not true anymore. The Joker is my favorite movie right now. I can't think of anything better than Joker right now.
Yeah, it's a good movie. You're right. It's killer good.
Oh no, you know what? Let me just step back and say it is unfair for me to say any of these things are my favorite movies.
Why?
Well, Joker was amazing.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange
Incredible.
is definitely my favorite MCU for sure and top.
Interesting.
But 1917, man.
You saw it.
It's amazing.
Really? I haven't seen
good.
it.
Amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, sad.
Oh, it's a sad movie.
Yeah, so let's see what's going on with Mr. Doctor Strange. Now, I'll tell you this. One of the main reasons I want to talk about this is because as I said, I love Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
The first movie is awesome. And we'll go through this one quickly to get to the updated news, but I think context is relevant. They say Scott Derrickson is stepping down as director of Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The studio confirmed his departure in a statement, attributing it to creative differences. Derrickson, who oversaw the first Doctor Strange, will remain in as executive producer.
Well, that's good.
That's great. Marvel Studios and Scott Derrickson have amicably parted ways on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness due to creative differences. Marvel said in a statement to Variety, "We remain grateful to Scott for his contributions to the MCU." Derrickson also said the decision was mutual. Marvel and I have mutually agreed to part ways on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness due to creative differences. I am thankful for our collaboration and will remain on as EP. The film will begin production in May, and there are not expected to be any delays when it comes to shooting. The search for a replacement is currently underway. They say Doctor Strange was a critical and commercial success when it opened in 2016, grossing nearly $680 million globally. The sequel will find Benedict Cumberbatch returning as Strange, a master of the mystic arts. Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch, is also expected to appear in the film. It's scheduled for release May 7th, 2021. You know what I'm really bummed about? You know, by May, I think the entire collapse of the nation will have already happened after Trump's reelection, and there's pitchforks and fires in the street, so maybe we'll never get to see it, you know?
A lot of people like Trump, though. I mean, I don't even think it's going to be that big of a deal.
I'm just kidding, man.
I feel like it's just going to happen, and
nah, there's
going to be like,
great. There's going to be a lot of crazy people doing a lot of crazy things. But I'm kidding. Let's get back to Doctor Strange. There's probably people already groaning, being like, talk about Marvel, Tim. So it's Sam Raimi, okay? I'll say, look, if they're going to do...
I mean, if it's dark.
And they want to do a kind of a... I think he might actually be good for this. Because if you think about what Evil Dead is...
Yeah.
It is comedy horror.
Right.
And Marvel is supposed to be more upbeat.
Right.
And so they want to do a horror thing.
But Spider-Man was not horror at all.
But look,
cheesy, corny, wannabe comic booky, but it failed. I feel
no.
Yes,
the Spider-Man movies made good money.
Sure, they made money. Okay,
and
they weren't very good.
But no. Hold on, man. I think you're judging Spider-Man in the past based on the standards of the MCU today.
You're right. I absolutely am.
I would say,
Definitely
I would
am.
say, if it weren't for Raimi and Spider-Man, we wouldn't have the great MCU that we do today. Because you got to stand on the shoulders of a giant. You know what I mean?
I can't deny that. You're right. It
So
does
look,
make sense.
if I go back in time, I'm not like. Have you ever seen This Is the End?
Which one is that?
It's called This Is the End.
No, I don't
And
think
it's
I have.
like James Franco and Seth Rogen and Craig Robinson, and they're all friends. And
and the
Jay-
holes open up in the ground.
yeah, and like
at
it's
his
the
party.
apocalypse.
Yeah,
but they're
okay.
but they're like making fun
Yeah.
of Franco for having a Green Goblin money.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because he was Green Goblin.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you got that Green Goblin money, man. Anyway, look, maybe it was just because I was a lot younger, but I enjoyed Spider-Man for what it was back then. They did 3, and I watched them.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 disappointed me, even back then.
Yeah.
And today, Spider-Man, the MCU, they're amazing. So that's why I'm worried.
I like Venom a
I'm
lot.
worried.
So Spider-Man
like
3
it.
was like, meh. No, I'm not talking about the movie. I like the
Oh,
character
yeah, dude,
Venom
for sure.
a lot.
Absolutely.
Like, I've always liked Venom. So when I saw that movie, it was like, man, it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right.
I think Topher Grace does a good job in a lot of roles.
Okay.
But Venom?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I couldn't feel it.
But are we really? I can't believe we're having this conversation about a movie from like 2000. What was it, 6 or something?
Yeah. Well, Tom Hardy kills it.
Tom Hardy was great.
Yeah, it was so good.
And I wasn't I thought
And Woody Harrelson's coming in.
that's
going to
be awesome.
I can't wait.
And they're bringing Andy Serkis on to direct. I'm pretty sure.
It's gonna be good.
So I'm excited for. Look, I think Sony botched a bunch of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Morbius is coming out.
I hope that's good. Looks
I'm
good.
so worried, dude.
Are you?
I'm worried, man,
Why?
because Sony botches a lot of things. Venom did really well monetarily.
Was that Sony?
Sony?
I liked it a lot.
And I thought it was okay.
I thought it was good.
I would actually give it a C minus, maybe a D plus.
I'd give it a solid B.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think they could have done way better. It had a kind of, I don't know, generic feel to it. I can't put my finger on it. Like why Marvel Studios hits the nail on the head so often. Like even Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is not the best movie I've ever seen. It's,
Yeah.
Like I give it like a C minus.
I think I know what it is. It's the bad guy. It's the bad guy in Venom. It's just like
He's dry.
It's done before. It's
Yeah.
not. It's like, oh, cool. It's the evil scientist dude trying to like, just
he wasn't written well.
Yeah. That's what it was. Everything else about that movie was great, but I could see that was a little stale.
I think that's. I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hardy was amazing. You know what? You know who the best villain is? I think the best villain they've ever done is Vulture in Spider-Man.
Is that Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton.
Oh, he's good.
You know why he was the best villain?
It's relatable.
Yeah, he was a real villain.
Yeah.
It's like so many of these villains are like, I'm going to suck your blood, duh," and you're like, that's your motivation. You just want to kill people.
Sure, yeah.
But this was a guy, and they show you right away. He's like, please don't destroy my company. I've got families to feed, and they're like, we don't care about you. And so you kind of feel for him. This dude's a tough guy, and he's going to stop at nothing to protect his friends and his family. His motivations aren't evil.
Yeah.
He just has reckless disregard for those around him and the consequences of his actions. He's a bad guy.
Well, how about Joker? It's
Joker,
like by the
man.
end of that movie, I felt for Joker.
You fell for Joker.
Yeah.
You were like,
I did.
Joaquin.
I liked Joker more than Batman, and I used to love Batman. And like after that movie, I'm like, oh, Batman, but Joker, yeah.
It's crazy to me.
I feel for Joker. Like, man, I get it, bro. I get it. You do you, Joker.
But it's
And
kind of
he's shooting someone in the face. It's like, what is going on?
spoiler alert. But it's kind of crazy to me that
Spoiler, yeah. Sorry if you haven't seen it.
you actually have the story of this dude who's mentally ill.
Mm-hmm.
He's struggles to find work.
Yep.
He's underemployed, low wages. The city cuts his benefits.
Yeah.
All of these really horrible things, and he finally snaps. And you don't agree with what he does,
Right.
but you understand why he
you
snaps.
understand it, yeah.
And it doesn't mean you condone it. And so many people in the media were like, this is a film to rally incels and all this other insanity. And it's like,
No.
if you can't empathize with somebody who's suffering and the city's callousness when they're like, the woman says to him, they don't care about people like you and me.
Yeah.
And then they invite him on TV to make fun of him and belittle him. It's like, dude, these shows know this. Like, look at American Idol. It's the best way to explain it. They know these people are not bright or unwell. And they would bring them on and make them look bad on TV on purpose.
Yeah, because they're terrible singers, and they're like, "Oh, this is perfect."
I feel like we
got
should
the worst and the best.
right. I feel like we should get back to Sam Raimi.
Sure, yeah.
But anyway, I'll wrap that up. Basically, when it comes to American Idol, my understanding was they would purposefully take people who are bad singers and be like, you can come in, and good singers would be pushed out because they didn't care if you're a good singer. They care if your story would do well on TV.
Right, exactly.
So when you see those bad singers, it's all orchestrated to mock and belittle you.
Yep.
Well, so anyway, let's see. They say Sam Raimi, who helped launch the modern superhero movie with 2002's Spider-Man, is in talks to direct Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness for Marvel. He'll replace Scott Derrickson, but Marvel had no comment. We'll skip over that stuff. After finishing his Spider-Man trilogy for Sony's with 2007's Spider-Man 3, Raimi's output as a director slowed considerably, with just the horror pick Drag Me to Heck in 2009. I kid you not, we can't say that word. I'm not kidding. YouTube will we're probably already in trouble, but whatever. Yeah. YouTube's so insane. And Disney's The Wizard of Oz prequel. He did the Oz, the Great and Powerful in 2013.
Never saw that one.
Instead, he's been busy as a producer, helping relaunch various horror franchises like Poltergeist and his own classic Evil Dead. Did he have anything to do with that show, Ash vs. Evil Dead? Because that was pretty good.
Was it good?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch all of it. I watched some of it. Did he?
It's set in the Evil Dead universe. It looks like he might have had a cameo in it. I don't think he did.
That's Bruce Campbell, right? I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's fun.
It's
so
produced by him.
They go on to just say a lot of basically the same things. Oh, Rachel McAdams will not reprise her role. That kind of bums me out. She was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So originally, I guess this was reported that it was like definitive. They put out a tweet saying it was like confirmed, but it's not confirmed. So look, man,
what was confirmed?
That he was going to direct it.
Oh, okay. But now it's not?
I love Doctor Strange.
I did too.
It's a great story.
I really hope they don't mess it up.
It's a story about a guy who goes from being an arrogant narcissist, but who has great talent. Yep. And then he has a reckoning with what life really is. And I love the scene where he's asked by Mordo, how did you even do that? How do you even know the litany of spells required to perform that, And he says, I have photographic memory, it's how I got my MD and PhD at the same time. And I like the idea. It's one of the reasons I like Iron Man, I like Batman, and the MCU has done this a lot. Like a lot of the heroes in the MCU are just people with tech.
Yeah.
So Captain America, sure, he's a superhuman.
Yeah.
War Machine, Falcon, Iron Man, just people with tech. Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange, just a dude who studied really hard. I really do like the
mystic arts.
But for sure, but what I mean is there's something I like a lot better about somebody who earns their right to their power. Okay. Instead of like a lot of mutants who are like, I can shoot lasers. And,
or I got bit by a radioactive spider and now I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, you earned it, buddy.
But it's interesting.
Great responsibility.
I think I don't know how you'd explain Thor. He's an alien, I guess. He's God, whatever.
He's in Asgard.
But a lot of I was thinking about this. I was like, man, a lot of the characters, Black Widow, Hawkeye, just people. Yeah. Just straight up people. Captain America is technically just a dude, but he's got like super soldier serum or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's why I like Doctor Strange. So I guess we'll see what happens with this story, but.
Yeah, I really hope they don't mess it up.
Whether or not it's super relevant, I thought it was a good way, to talk about what we're going to see with the film and what's going on. But thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or two. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, or become a member of this channel. And for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts. Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.